When I reached out to Maria's instructors at the Steve Hicks School of Social Work for words that would describe Maria for today, I heard back committed, leader, advocate, endless enthusiasm, dedicated and determined. I have witnessed the same in Maria throughout her many leadership roles with the school, including her work as a peer mentor through the Steve Hicks School of Social Work and Education Enhancement Program, with the Philanthropy Education Program, her work as a student representative on the Bachelor of Social Work Program Committee, and the Social Work Council. Maria uses her lived experiences as a Latina who grew up on the Texas-Mexico border to exemplify her opinions and ideas about issues of equity and her work as a leader and an advocate. When Maria sees the need for change, she does not hold back. Please help me in welcoming today's BSW commencement speaker as elected by her graduating peers, Maria de Los Angeles Villarreal.
Maria! Woo!
Hi. Thank you, Dean Huff, for that very warm welcome. And thank you to each one of you for being here today. It is an honor and a great privilege and to stand here before you today representing the Steve Hicks School of Social Work class of 2022. Can we please give a great round of applause to our graduates. As we celebrate our accomplishments, I would like to recognize the dynamic role that each individual within our school has in making this day possible. Special thanks to Dean Zayas for your outstanding leadership. There you are. To our remarkable faculty for the lessons and unconditional support. They truly are the best mentors and professors in the entire University of Texas at Austin. And to our exceptional staff. Your dedication to student success truly shines through with everything that they do. And thank you to all our family and friends for accompanying us here today and each of our graduates. Your presence is an uplifting message that recognizes both our efforts and our profession. Know that your words of inspiration have fueled us to be who we are today. It may feel nostalgic to see the little kids that we all once were, now minutes from graduating from one of the top programs in the nation. It seems like just yesterday that you sent us off to kindergarten, or that you asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up. And maybe we're not the princesses or the superheroes that we said in our answers, but I can assure you that through meeting each of the classmates that I have sitting in front of me here today, that we've turned into so much more. When I look at our graduating class of 2022, I see passionate and resilient leaders with a fire in their soul to go out and change the world. Our utopian view of society is inclusive, diverse, empathetic, and whole. We are critical, and we are loud, and it's all because we care. I have seen us build connection even through the grief and virtual reality that has been the COVID-19 pandemic. In the 4 years together, I've seen us push ourselves out of our comfort zones to take part in the difficult conversations, both in and out of the classroom. And I have seen you dedicate countless hours to volunteering, advocating, and showing up for others, all for your passion to the betterment of society. Know that the path that we have chosen is not an easy one. It takes a big heart and an even greater strength to take on some of the world's most complex social and economic challenges. And when the tasks at hand appear a little bit more difficult than we would sometimes like, as BSW graduate of 1995, researcher and storyteller Brene Brown has said, sometimes the bravest and most important thing that you can do is to show up. Tomorrow, each one of you will go on your own path. And in your work, strive to show up as your authentic self every single day. Because your social work degree is not only about the acquired knowledge that you have, or about the proper application of theoretical frameworks, but about how you connect with the people that we serve. There's a phrase from Maya Angelou that I'd love for you to take into your work, and it says, no matter what fields of social work that you decide to go into, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Lead with kindness, fight for the voices of those most marginalized by society, and stand up for what you believe in as your true self unapologetically. Do not strive for an overwhelm of perfection, but fight for compassion and vulnerability. As a Latina who grew up on the US-Mexico border, what moved me to pursue social work personally is the number of problems that communities like mine are a part of, and the lack of roles that we have in creating those solutions, the lack of representation that Latinos have within those systems. And it's through my education that I've learned the importance of representation in developing root cause solutions to those problems, and the power that each one of us has in dismantling systems of privilege and oppression. I'm constantly inspired by your ability to use your voices to impact lives of your own communities through empowerment. Thank you for standing up for women's rights at the steps of the Capitol, for developing people-centered interventions in our social organizations, and for advocating for the financial rights of social work students everywhere. Even though there is still so much work to be done, know that your efforts to change our systems do not go unnoticed. Today is a celebration of each one of our individual and collective accomplishments. We've been through vulnerable and joyful moments together as a class, and as we close one chapter of our book, there is great excitement for the next. When I think of the university phrase, "What starts here changes the world," I envision how each one of you will uniquely lead the systems, nonprofits, classrooms, mental health centers, social enterprises, courtrooms, and public offices of tomorrow. Congratulations to each one of you for your hard work. Make sure to celebrate the fruits of your passion today and every day. I am proud of the lessons learned in the last 4 years, and I applaud future you for what is to come. Thank you very much, and hook 'em horns.